Hello, and welcome to Freedom with Marketing. I'm Sam, the founder of Freedom with Marketing, and in this video, I want to share with you what inspired me to become an entrepreneur and to start my business in the first place. So, first of all, in a former life, I was an English teacher. I taught English in Vietnam for about 5 years. When I went there, I took teaching very seriously, while most of the other foreign teachers were just backpackers doing it to stop there to get a bit of extra money. I became super interested in teaching. I invested a lot of time, energy and effort and my own money into becoming a better teacher by taking online courses and different things. I spent a lot of time planning lessons and I was getting good results. Then one day, the head teacher at my school left. I should add that my school was more of a tutoring centre. It was a chain of schools throughout Ho Chi Minh City. I worked there and as part of the foreign teachers, I had the best feedback. Students loved me, both young kids and adults. They learned a lot. The new head teacher recommended me personally to replace him, and I went and put my name forward and said I'm interested. Had nothing back. 2 weeks later, a notice went up on the school welcoming the new head teacher, which was someone that had only been at the school for 6 months. So I was in the senior position. He was someone that did not take teaching seriously. He was there as backpackers doing it for a bit of money. And the rumour was that he smoked a lot of cannabis as well, sometimes showing up to class high, which is kind of ludicrous to think about it. But yet he was, the way to describe him would be he was the sort of life and soul of the party, which everyone liked to be around him, all of the staff, especially the Vietnamese teachers, the local teachers. And basically he made the person who made decisions on who'd be the head teacher laugh, and that's why they chose him. Obviously I was disappointed by it, and it was a massive learning experience for me. It took me a while to understand the lesson, but the lesson was that I have ambition, I want to do things my way, I have a growth kind of mentality where I always want to improve, I always want to get better at what I do, and my contributions will never be fully appreciated if I work for someone else. And that I can be the best in the world at something, but if I don't have the personality that the other person doesn't align with, that they will never choose me, and I'm always going to be passed up for opportunities. In that case, simply because I was an introvert and he was an extrovert. And that started me on the path to becoming an entrepreneur. And I remember a conversation I had with a friend afterwards when he could clearly see I was a bit disappointed. And he said to me that, well, if you don't want anything like this to happen, you better start your own school where you make your own decisions. And that seed was planted in my head deep down. And that is kind of what kickstarted my first freelancing career as a copywriter, and then my transition from doing freelance work into doing a business. And a lot of things have happened since, which put onto me my values of freedom. The COVID era, where your freedoms were arbitrarily taken away from you by government officials around the world and so-called health officials. When I was put in a position where a maternity doctor basically told my wife that you either take this experimental shot or you are not welcome at my maternity clinic, and no other person is going to help you in this city. And if no one else helps you in the city, you're on your own. So you're probably going to die and your baby's going to probably die, which was pretty much what he said to us. And having to go through that with my pregnant wife of our first son, and all of this put onto me such a big emphasis that I never want to be in a position again where someone else's decisions affect what I do in my life and the way that I live my life and what my family wants to do as well. And the way to do that would obviously be to have a business. And I also want to help other people and make other people build their own businesses so they can have the freedom of time and money, so other people's decisions or agendas or narratives don't force them into a corner where they have to do something that they don't want to do. At the time, I couldn't really articulate why I wanted to do it, but it was after listening to a Dan Sullivan podcast on his 10X talk. Dan Sullivan is the founder with his wife Babs of Strategic Coach, and he's been coaching entrepreneurs for more than 50 years. And he was talking about why people become entrepreneurs is because they want the freedom of money. You have an unlimited earning potential, the freedom of time. You get to choose how you spend your time, and not work to someone else's schedule. Freedom of relationships. You get to choose who you interact with. You're not put into a position where you have to work with someone you don't like. You decide who you bring into your company and who you bring into your life. And ultimately, when you have all of these freedoms here, you can live the life that you want. You can make a difference in a way that you want. You can contribute towards causes that you like. And you're not going to be in a position where one day a new government law comes out that prevents you from doing X, Y, and Z, because you're in a position where if this is coming into effect in a few days, I have the ability to take my family out of the country and move somewhere where this will not happen, just as an example. And that is what motivated me to become an entrepreneur in the first place. That's pretty much what my story is. There are a lot of other different things in there as well, but that's sort of the main points. And now I have tried to get more clarity on what I want to do in the future. And what I actually want to do is one of my core values is to give value in advance without the expectation of anything in return. There are a few areas which I'm passionate about, which is parenting, homeschooling, investing for passive income, and also personal growth, self-improvement. And I want to align with businesses who are in these industries and niches who share the same values as me, the same values of freedom, liberty, meritocracy, individualism, people who believe in human prosperity, people who believe in abundance, and people who believe that we're in a time in history where everyone has the ability to start a business and start their own thing and do what they're passionate about while earning a great income in the process. And I want to align with people who have a really good mission, and it's something where I can use my skills, my marketing ability, my own unique abilities of finding how you can share your message to lots of people in a way that they actually remember it, in a way that they find value in it. So I can indirectly contribute to sharing your mission or vision that I align with to the world. And the more people that we can reach, the more people whose lives I can help impact. That's all I've got for you in this video. I hope you found it insightful. If you resonate with anything that I've said in this video and would like to reach out, you will find contact details below the video. If you would like to explore ways that we can work together, you can. First of all, I would like to invite you to take the return on your investment in advance, which is a short application form. I ask you a few questions, you submit it, no questions asked. I will personally review it and share with you a personalized strategy based on your unique situation, your unique offer, your unique target audience, on how you can make at least $1,000 in sales in your business. This is to prove to you that I can walk the walk and not just talk the talk. It's also to give you a result in advance, and then also for me to identify if we would be a good fit to work together based on what your mission is. And then if we'd like to explore ways to work together afterwards, we can discuss that. And if we do work together, most of my offers will come with a money-back guarantee, which would be that we will make back at least your investment, if not double your investment. Otherwise, my team and I will work for you for free. That's all I've got for you. See you in the next video.